I've always had a tough loss coach. And it turned out VCU was pretty good. So today my administration is releasing a blueprint for a secure energy future that outlines a comprehensive national energy policy, one that we've been pursuing since the day I took office. And cutting our oil dependence by a third is part of that plan. Here at Georgetown, I'd like to talk in broad strokes about how we can achieve these goals. Now, meeting the goal of cutting our oil dependence depends largely on two things. First, finding and producing more oil at home. Second, reducing our overall dependence on oil with cleaner alternative fuels and greater efficiency. The fact of the matter is that for quite some time, America is going to be still dependent on oil in making its economy work. Now, last year, American oil production reached its highest level since 2003. And for the first time in more than a decade, oil we imported accounted for less than half of the liquid fuel we consumed, so that was a good trend. To keep reducing that reliance on imports, my administration is encouraging offshore oil exploration and production as long as it's safe and responsible. America holds about 2% of the world's proven oil reserves. What that means is that even if we drilled every drop of oil out of every single one of the reserves that we possess, offshore and onshore, it still wouldn't be enough to meet our long-term needs. We consume about 25% of the world's oil. We only have 2% of the reserves. And when it comes to the oil we import from other nations, obviously we've got to look at neighbors like Canada and Mexico that are stable and steady. But just as is true in terms of us extracting oil from the ground, we've got to make sure that we're extracting natural gas safely without polluting our water supply. That's why I've asked Secretary Chu, my energy secretary, to work with other agencies, the natural gas industry, states, and environmental experts to improve the safety of this process. And Chu's the right guy to do this. He's got a Nobel Prize in physics. He actually deserved his Nobel Prize. Right now, America gets about 1/5 of our electricity from nuclear energy. And it's important to recognize that nuclear energy doesn't emit carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So those of us who are concerned about climate change, we've got to recognize that nuclear power, if it's safe, can make a significant contribution to the climate change question. And I'm determined to ensure that it's safe. So in light of what's happened in Japan, I requested a comprehensive safety review by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to make sure that all of our existing nuclear energy facilities are safe. My administration is leading global discussions towards a new international framework in which all countries who are operating nuclear plants are making sure that they're not spreading dangerous nuclear materials and technology. We know that ushering in a clean energy economy has the potential of creating untold numbers of new jobs and new businesses right here in the United States. But we're going to have to think about how do we produce electricity more efficiently. Government funding will still be critical. Over the past 2 years, the historic investments my administration has made in clean and renewable energy research and technology have helped private sector companies grow and hire hundreds of thousands of new workers. Unfortunately, some folks want to cut critical investments in clean energy. They want to cut our research and development into new technologies. They're shortchanging the resources necessary even to promptly issue new permits for offshore drilling. These cuts would eliminate thousands of private sector jobs. It would terminate scientists and engineers. It would end fellowships for researchers, some who may be here at Georgetown. graduate students and other talent that we desperately need to get into this area in the 21st century. That's not a game plan to win the future. That's a vision to keep us mired in the past. I will not accept that outcome for the United States of America. We are not going to